Just love that part of the night where the cravings really kick in and you just
Okay, that was weird. Why did it start a 2.5-minute ad break? It's supposed to start a 3.5-minute. Did I fuck something up in my monetization in my fucking ad section? No, it's set. You've got to be shitting me. God damn it! Now my schedule is fucked up. No wonder my schedule was fucked up last time. Okay, hopefully I fixed the actual ad manager. It'll suck because we'll have pre-rolls for like the last 10 minutes before it's supposed to actually do another freaking ad break. I don't know. I don't know when the ad breaks actually fix themselves. Because I think it's not even during the original stream or during that stream. Anyway, hopefully everyone's actually doing well. Let's go ahead and swap this over real quick. Hopefully everyone's doing well. But yeah, hopefully everyone's doing well. I'm not really doing that well, I'm gonna be honest. Shit's just been rough, and I'm literally about to have to work 6 days. I get 2 days off, but then I'm literally working like 6 days, and my only off day is Monday. So I'm not in a really good mood. And I gotta work I gotta pretty much work double on Sunday, which is I gotta work extra on fucking Saturday, which is even worse. And I work Sunday. So, like, Easter Sunday, I'm pretty much working all of Masters Week. I'm like, ugh. But if you don't know where I live near Augusta, Georgia. So, Masters is like the kind of thing. And I just hate it that I'm working literally all of Masters Week. And I get only Monday off, which is usually the worst day anyway. Okay.
Anyway.
Oh yeah. So yeah, a whole and I'll just go ahead and state this because I'm not really going to be changing much and all that, so I might be streaming less this next upcoming week. I'm off at least tomorrow and Thursday, but I'm waiting for my other vehicle to get done, so I don't even know if I can even stream those days. If I do stream, and when I get the call that I can go pick up my vehicle, I'll have to go pick up my vehicle. And that's the only problem I have. It's just, oh my god. It's the issue of that I need a job because I bought a new vehicle, so it's the main thing. Literally the main thing. So I don't know. I've been tired, and literally an entire year has went by. I worked for the post office, and I've worked for the post office for an entire year. The issue is that the position I'm in, I don't make any retirement. I don't get to take any time off because I'm the only person that works there right now that can cover everybody else. I'm literally at the point where I just want to stop working and just work on the stuff that I want to, but I have no savings, so I can't even do that. So I can't even take, and I can't even take like a day to go do appointments or anything like that. Because even if, like, and it seems that the Tube Studio crashed. Yay, love it. I'm already having scuff. I hate it. But literally, I'm at the point where I don't know. I'm frustrated. I hate it. I don't want to continue working for the post office, even though I did the dumb thing about a whole new goddamn fucking vehicle. Shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. I should have just waited. But I needed a new vehicle because and before you ask, no, I have no savings because all of my savings is going into the vehicle that I use for work because I have to maintain my own vehicle. Before you ask, it's where I'm located. I'm located in a rural location, so I have to use my own vehicle. It's just can't take time off of work. I can't get off time. I can't get actual reasonable time off of work. I just whole year and we've had no new help, which doesn't help either. Like I'm so done. And they wonder why the post office can't keep people. It's because literally anyone who gets there brand new literally gets shunted into a position where they're working 6 days a week, almost like 8 to 12 hours a day. And I'm like, no wonder nobody wants to work for the post office. Nobody wants to stay at the post office because the benefits don't outweigh the goddamn the money doesn't outweigh the freaking time you spent. And also, technically, I'm in a position where I could stay as a freaking quote-unquote part-timer. And yes, those are in quotes, meaning I don't get retirement, I don't get benefits, I get barely any benefits, and I don't get a guaranteed day off. So, like, that's my problem. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. And it's the reason why I'm, like, really, really hoping I can get something to fucking come off. Like, work for myself for, like, a good amount of time and not have to worry about anything like that anymore. But that ain't never gonna happen just because of... I now don't have time to, like, work on things that I want to. I get home, I'm exhausted. I want to go take a nap. But if I take a nap, I then don't wake up in the morning. And then if I don't wake up in the morning, I don't get to work on time. If I don't get to work on time, don't get paid for that time. I'm like, ugh. I'm annoyed. And that's my problem, is why I'm annoyed. Oh. And looking for a job has been a pain in the ass. Because every job that I've looked for has been more of a just can't get anything going, can't get anybody to actually look at my freaking job application, can't get a decent interview, or if they do, I got to the interview stage once and then they went with somebody else anyway. I have not had any good luck right now in my area, and I have no way of figuring out how I'm going to get out of the position I'm in. I'm stuck. And that's my problem. I'm stuck. I have no way of getting out. And even if I could, I don't know. I don't fucking know anymore. I'm just ready to fucking give up at this point. No longer have a freaking job or anything like that, and just call it a day. I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm pissed off. I'm annoyed. I don't like the position I'm in. I don't like anything that I'm in. I don't like the way that everything feels. It's annoying and doesn't help me out. I know I'm just complaining right now, but that's kind of what I'm just gonna do right now, because it's just I hate the working for fucking 6 days and only getting a day off. It pisses me off so fucking much. So pisses me off so fucking much that I can't get any decent time off. I can't get any decent time. It's just, I'm a broken record at this point. I need to stop being a broken record. I'm not trying to be relatable. I'm trying to actually make the stream fun and this stream interesting, but I just need to get this off my chest. And it doesn't help that I'm literally the only person that can cover every single other person if they get sick. And that's my other issue. I can't take time off of work. I get time off of work. I get, for every 4 hours I work, I get an hour to freaking take off, but I can't take that time off because everyone else has like seniority over me, and I can't just take time off of work. It's just, it doesn't work that way, because if I take off, then somebody else has to cover, and we have nobody else to cover. So it's just, And we've literally, in the whole fucking year that I've worked, we've had one new person come in to be able to actually work. So, on a regular basis, and that's another problem that I've ran into. So, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, maybe playing a game would actually help, but I don't think that would, anyway. Because I want to actually do more things like coding and more things like that, but it's just... so many skills that I want to actually develop, and I can't develop them because I have no way of getting them done. I don't have time. I get home, I'm exhausted, I don't... And before you say, oh, you're just a mailman... Yes, I'm a mailman, but, like, you get out 15 times, you get out 30 times and have to carry 70-pound, like, up to 70-pound packages every single day and put them in at people's front door. And then also have a vehicle that breaks on you every single, like, month that you have to fix. Which also doesn't help. So yeah. That's the problem I've been running into. And the issue is I have no savings. So I can't just quit. Mainly because I have a vehicle I gotta pay for. Which was probably the stupidest decision I had actually made. Bought a brand new vehicle. Because I needed a second vehicle. And I'm at the point where I just want to be done with everything and not even worry about this. Oh yeah. It's been like that. Unless somebody can actually figure out where people are freaking hiring and tell me where that is, and I'd actually go apply, but that ain't gonna happen. I've looked and looked and looked in all the major platforming places I've applied, and they've just ignored me or called me after like 3 months. That's the That's the thing that's fucking got me, is that like 3 months later somebody calls me and I'm like, I don't remember applying to your position. Or somebody will message me, hey, we think you'll be a perfect fit, and I'm like, you're not even somebody I'm looking for. It's just, I've been kicked down the street, can't even get a job in my field, can't even get a job that I went to school for, can't even get a job for what I went to the military for. And because I don't have that certification anymore because I let it expire, which was probably a dumb decision that I had made too. So, a lot of dumb decisions that I had made. And it makes it so bad is that I want to actually get, like, I want to do things. I want to do things with my time off. I want to like run games. I want to stream more and all that other stuff. But it's just my time is getting eaten up and eaten up and eaten up. And then like I have to go get the vehicle fixed, so I have no money. And I'm like, oh my God, can I have one fucking day or one fucking time where I can actually do something where I'm not stuck paying off my credit card every single freaking month? That's my biggest gripe, is that I'm literally having to pay off my credit card almost every single month, and I'm trying to pay it all off, but like every month something new fucking happens. I gotta put it on the credit card because I effectively don't get a guaranteed 40 hours, although right now I'm getting a guaranteed like 56, but I don't get paid for 56 hours. I get paid for 42, or how many ever I go over 40. So I'm so done. I would like it to where if I actually worked 40 something hours, I'd actually work that time. But no. I'm just done. Whole year, and I feel like I've been used as like a fucking punching bag, and nobody fucking cares. But no. If you're just joining in, this is a mature stream, and I do curse quite often, especially when I'm upset about stuff. Because today also didn't help that literally I got thrown a shit ton of fucking mail on a Tuesday. So literally I didn't get out at a decent fucking time. I'm in my and everybody had to order fucking big ass shit today, so I'm not in a good mood. Haven't been in a good mood all fucking day. Work's been shit. Today's been shit. Didn't even get to stream on time. I want to start streaming earlier, but I can't even get fucking home at a decent time. Got home at like 4:30 today, or 4:20 today, and I'm like, I really don't want to go live in like 40 minutes. So I waited another hour. Felt like shit. Wanted to take a nap, can't take a nap. Oh, it makes it so bad that I'm going to start coding this thing. I got to figure out what's wrong with it, because there's a logical error, and I got to fix it. I got to fix the logical error that I've got. So that's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun fix. Hopefully I can actually figure it out. Usually I can. Just it's going to take me a while to fix it. Or try to fix it, I should say. Oh yeah. I don't know. It's just annoying. Very annoying. Very, very, very annoying. Alright, let's get this up and running. Let's actually get this up and running. I just realized that my display is actually not as big as it should be. About that big. Okay. What was my bug again? I gotta remember it. So we got that working, but it's this. Yeah, that's the bug. And if you're wondering what I'm talking about, let me go ahead and get it up and running real quick. We're going to have a controller input. Let's see if it actually pulls itself up. It probably won't because of reasons. I might actually have to get... Oh, there it goes. Okay. So if you're wondering what I'm talking about, so left, right, and A is jump. I'm using an Xbox 360 or an Xbox One controller because it just makes things easier. So that works as intended. The issue is literally if we jump, hold right, and then we go up, we can just scale the wall as we see fit. And if you're wondering why it looks like there's no wall, that's just because there is a wall. It's just outside of view on that side. Actually, we could go ahead and shrink the wall in so you guys can see it easier. Select. Nope, not what I meant to do. And what I'll actually do is I'll go ahead and put a roof on this too. It'll actually make this easier. It's the erase tool. Let's actually put a roof on this so that I can't accidentally do something stupid and like get myself out because I haven't really fully, but yeah. Yeah. There's also that issue of when I'm on the wall, you can't move. So that's another bug that I've got to figure out how to fix. So there are a few bugs in the code right now that I've got to fix. Let me actually change this over to change that to the actual thing. But yeah. Oh yeah. The only issue is a few things. Gotta figure out what's wrong. I know it's a logical error somewhere in here, and it's probably something to do with this. Oops. I think it has to do with this part. It's either that or it's this part that's causing it. It's probably this section. So if we get rid of this, what happens? Yeah, we get that issue. But we also still get that. So that doesn't help. It's not pulling the direction because we're not on the floor. I think. Trying to think of how to actually do this real quick. The -1 here is supposed to change the direction, but it changes it for a frame, effectively a frame. And direction I set up here on purpose. Maybe we could multiply it by delta as well, and that might actually change this. Because I'm actually trying to figure out how to get the player working. This is all just testing. I'm trying to figure out how to get that. I just really should be putting all of this in a different scene besides putting everything in the same scene. But I'm trying to like learn how to actually do this. Although I do really need a new graphics card, and I can't buy parts either because I just don't have the money to buy parts. I literally don't have the money to buy shit right now. That's my problem. Can't even commission an artist to do art either. I have to do it all myself. If input is action, just press jump. And is on wall only. That was, I think the is on wall only was just to keep it from, keep you from being able to wall jump while you were technically standing on the floor at the same time. And the thing is that if not on is on wall, we immediately move the direction to the other side. I need like a way of like holding on to. I need like a wait command or something like that. I really wish I knew what the what Godot's version of like waiting a certain amount of time was, because that would actually fix some of my problems. I don't know if we can detect which wall we're on. I don't actually know if we can actually detect which wall we're on. Because if I could also do it. I could also do it based off of which wall we're on and just have it always apply the opposite of the direction of the wall. I don't know. Maybe we could also just use the bug instead and play a specific animation frame and have just a way of wall climbing on one wall. I don't know. I do not know. Could also change gravity to be less. Gravity could be less. A little bit more floaty. Want it to be more like Super Metroid. Don't really know. If I could detect, because is on wall only detects if you're on the wall or not. It doesn't detect if you're on the wall on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. It just detects if you're on the wall. Now, what I could do is I could instead change it to where only checking if one of the directional inputs is detected, and having this set up twice, to where instead we have the direction. I mean, we could just do that. I mean, that might actually fix the problem. I just wanted to do this in less code. In less lines of code. Less lines of code would have been nice. But I don't know if it's actually going to work that way. Let's try it. Let's try that. And we'll do this one as the left. Input dot is action pressed left. I wonder. Or put is action pressed. Right. I wonder if we can just do it with an or statement. Would that fix the problem? Would this fix the problem that we're having? No, that does not fix the problem. It's effectively the same thing. It's effectively the same thing. So that does not fix our problem. What we could do... Can we test direction? Can we check for a direction? Can I check direction? Direction equals... Can I do like a negative number here? Negative? Negative? Is this actually... Okay, so that does not work. Okay, I don't know. What does direction give us? What variable? What is this? What is this number? Positive action, negative action. Input.get action, strength, positive action. Get action, strength. Operation as a string name. An access input by having two actions, one negative, one positive. Oh, I have this set up as get. Hang on, I know how to fix that problem. I know how to fix that problem. I think it just needs to be does not equal. That still did not fix the problem. Thought that would have fixed the problem, but that did not fix the problem. I'm still having the same problem. Same problem, different day. There you go. Get action strength, positive action. Minus input. Okay, so it's a subtraction of the minus and the positive action. So negative action, positive action, which means left is negative, right is positive in this connotation. Wait, can I just use this? Again, for right here. Which means we're getting the opposite of the action. And that still does not fix our problem. Because we shouldn't be able to wall jump while I'm holding right, but I'm able to wall jump while we're holding right, so something's not right. So we need it to where we're holding left, we jump off the left wall to go right. But when we're holding right, we jump off the right wall to go left. That's my problem that I'm trying to figure out. And I was hoping that this would help, but it doesn't. Oops. Technically, this can actually be moved. It's going to be moved back down to here. I know, shut up. Oh, I'm an idiot. This will always be equal to this. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. These two will always be equal, so there's no... This doesn't work. Okay. I'm an idiot. Because this will always equal this, so it does not matter. Which means these two will always be equal. Which means I actually need this out of the scope of this. I need the wall jump to be not in the scope of the direction. Only issue is that I'm kind of surprised that direction is it's var, which I think it means it's variable. It's not constant. Trying to really figure this out because I really want this wall jump to work how I want it to, but it's just not working how I want it to. You know what? We'll go ahead and move this down here. There. That way it's not in the way. It might be move and collide we need to do, but I don't know. I don't know which one we need to use just yet. I want the wall jump to work where we wall jump for a section and it effectively freezes all inputs until a certain amount of time passes. Say like 3 frames. And then it restarts the input. I don't know if we can set the input to be nothing. Can I look up this class? I can. Control.acceptEvent. Emulate mouse, action pressed, action released, add joy mapping. Oh, okay, so that's how we add. Okay. The edit accelerometer. Get connected joypads. Get current cursor shape. Get gravity. Get joy axis. Can we halt action presses? Parse input event. Remove joy mapping. Set gravity. Set gyroscope. Should ignore device. Vendor ID, product ID. Hang on, there might be actually something in here that I can use. I need the, where is it? His action, it's not that one. It's the ignore. Parse input event. The event of the game can be used to officially trigger input events from code. Moves all mapping from the internal database and then that matches the given GUI ID, GUID. All currently connected joypads that use the GUID will become unmapped on Android. Godot will map to the internal fallback mapping. Not what I wanted. Sets the acceleration value of the accelerometer sensor. It can be used for debugging or devices without a hardware sensor, for example, in an editor on a PC. Immediately over with a hardware sensor value on Android and iOS. Okay. Set default, set gravity, set gyroscope, set joy light, Is that magnetometer? Magnetometer? A magnet field? Okay. Should ignore query whether an input device should be ignored or not. Device can be ignored by setting the environmental variable. SDL game controller ignore devices. Read the SDL document for more information. Some of the devices can create the list of the ignored devices. For example, Steam input can reach virtual devices from physical devices. Start joy vibrations. Stop joy vibrations. Vibrate handheld. Off mouse. The document index. Let's look at this real quick. If it pulls up. Oh, that's an online tutorial. Hang on. Input map class. Add action. Action. Add event node dot input. Erase action. Event is action. As action. Get action description. Get actions. Action get dead zone. And adds an input event to an action. Very much confused here. Race events, dead zone. Gotta be something. Just open the online documents. Let's see here. Read the latest stable version of this document. Let's see here. What we got here? Some compute shaders, semaphores. Where's the semaphore allowing one thread in and morph? Using viewports, heads up display. I might need to just kind of hoping that there was a packet peer UDP. That's not going to help me out here. Local signal example. That's a web RTC. I don't know if that's actually what we need. This is what we need. Oh, this is physics interpolation. That's not what we need. Message timer dot timeout. That's with the timer class, though, which I don't really have in here. I don't really have a timer. Time into an alternative to use a timer node to use the scene trees create timer function. This can be very useful to add delays, such as in the above code, where we want to wait some time before showing the start button. So, if I add a timer node, is there a timer? Where's the timer node? If I add a timer to this, so we now have a timer node. Timer node has a timeout when the timer reaches the end. Now, can I in character body 2D go in here, grab timer? So can I extends timer It's not extend. It's we need to import. We need an import timer. Is there an import? What is it? Niscado's import function. Hang on. Niscado's import function. Node structure. Okay. Coding the player. Creating an enemy. Main game scene. Here we go. What is extends node? At export. Is it at import? It looks to be that it's just $sign. Is it dollar? Is it literally just $sign timer? Okay, it's not that. I don't know what this is meant for. Because I would just use a timer that would set the timer, and then when the timer ran out, it would regain control. That would fix the problem. This doesn't fix anything, so we can go ahead and just delete that. Right now I have the bug, and right now I can just hold on. You know what? We'll be back. Okay. Seems that the ad's done. All right, let's see here. We're still on the same bug. Not that bug, it's this bug. Don't know why this bug happens. Well, actually, I know why this bug happens. It's because technically it's reading that we're on the wall and I'm holding a directional input and I'm pushing the jump button. So that's why this bug exists. Technically, if we move this out of direction, what happens if we just move this out of direction? And we just, like, stick it here. What happens if we stick it there? Let's go over. Oh, direction's not... Oh, we need direction. This actually needs to go up here. Because direction wasn't denoted. Yeah, we still get the same problem. So it's not where it is. Actually, now, because it's not in here, I should be able to do direction. Does not equal this part, technically. This is a true or false statement. Why is this not working? What happened? Oh. Can I just use pipe? I can. No, I can't. Oh, I can use double pipe, though. Pipe doesn't work, but double pipe works. No, pipe is or. Should be the ampersand. Ampersand. We can use double ampersand. The normal ampersand doesn't work. Double ampersand works. And all and does is just change it to ampersand. That's it. Double ampersand. If I, never mind. Okay, let's see. And we get the same problem. Wait. If I change this to right, left, what happens? Nothing. Just does the same thing. Okay. Wait a minute. Can I multiply this by a negative number? We still get the same problem. Surely thought I had it there, but apparently I do not. Trying to find a simple solution to this. Where it is that when I push the right, I don't jump up the left wall. I was thinking that maybe I could do it with direction, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do it with direction. Hmm. What else if I just, like, add a couple of numbers to this? Whoa. That's unintended. Just instantly teleports you to that specific spot. That's funny. Wasn't expecting that. Really not. Was not expecting that. Is there any way for me to, like, do a symbol? Just kind of confused here. Well, negative speed works the same way. How do I fix this bug? How do I fix this bug? Should be simple to fix, but I don't know how simple it should have been. When we jump off the wall, we get negative speed. But if we hold the wrong direction while we're already on the wall, we could just climb up the wall. There's gotta be some... I really wish there was like a wait command as well. I don't know if there is. At least not in this physics object. There might be. Maybe I could use it. I'm thinking I could probably use a timer, but I don't think I can. What? I got the wall jump working. It's just I'm trying to figure out what's causing the wall. I know what's causing it, but I'm trying to figure out how to fix the bug. The bug mainly is if you're already jumping and you hold the other direction, you climb up the wall. Let me see here. You can also see that climbing up is also really easy. I want the wall jump to... The only other issue is that it's literally, like, really hard to... You know what? Let's get rid of this. There's something that we can do, like, in this? What can we put anything inside this? Is this under physics body? Move and collide. What is this? Okay, is this part of collision object? What tests is on wall? Is it area 2D? It checks is on wall? Or is it character body? No, it is this one. Is on wall. Turns the body collides with a wall on the last call of move and slide. Otherwise returns false. The up direction and floor max angle determine whether a surface is a wall or not. Only the wall on the last call of move and slide. Otherwise returns false. Move the body based on velocity. If the body collides with another, it will slide along the other body by default only on the floor rather than stop immediately. The other body, either character body 2D or rig body 2D, will also be affected by the motion of the other body. Make moving and rotating platforms, or to make nodes push other nodes. Should be used in a method called as it uses the physics stops delta value automatically in calculations. Otherwise, run and then increase speed. Slide collision occur to get a collision called. Get last slide collision for detail information. Get about collisions that occur. Use get slide collision. Body touches a moving platform. The platform velocity is automatically added to the body motion. If a collision occurs due to the platform's motion, it will always be first in the slide collision. Okay. Get slide collision. There's a kinetic collision 2D if a collision occurred. Turn value contains information about the last collision that occurred during the last call to move and slide. Turns null if no collision occurred. Interesting. Trying to figure out how to get this thing working, and it's not. Let's see here. So I've effectively got the wall jumping working. The thing is that when you jump, it automatically applies the direction of the speed immediately, and there's no way to, like, ensure that the speed is contained or continued. Confused. Very confused. Very confusing on this one. Mainly because it should be relatively easy to do this. And then use the wall to jump off, and it should be just as simple as pushing the jump button in the opposite direction. But right now it's frame perfect. So there's no grace period. So when you're on the wall and you can just jump. It might also be because of the collision shape that I'm using. The collision shape I think I'm using is a circle. Yeah, it's a capsule. How big's the capsule? It's actually a little bit smaller than I want it to be. Let me change the collision shape to a square. Let's get it to actually be exactly pixel perfect. Maybe this will fix the problem that I'm having. I don't know. Probably not. It's actually making it harder. This would be a pixel perfect moment, and I really don't want pixel perfect wall jumps. I want there to be a moment where I wish there was like a thing I could put in this where it doesn't set it to false until after a set amount of time. What I could do is I could do if is on wall. We got an issue of like Godot does like pixel perfect stuff, and that's kind of, or frame perfect things, and I need like a little bit of grace period in between frames in order to get this wall jump working correctly. No, the question is, I could instead change this. Instead of using character body 2D, use a different. Character body is the only one that has gravity, though. Although we could just do an area 2D, and then I could always apply a constant downward force on it. Could do that. That is an option. That one might actually be the better option than using character body 2D. Because character body 2D does work out really well, but it's probably not what I need for this type of what I want to do with it. Love it when I find out that it's not the right thing to use. We at least already got the inputs, so we just need to change some things over. So what happens if I set this into this, but I put it as a negative speed? What happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. Good to know. What happens if I set it to speed? I think nothing happens as well. Okay, nothing happens. What does this do? What does move toward do? Moves from toward 2 by the delta amount. Will not go past 2. Negative delta value to go away. Oh. Turns the smallest integer power. Nope, wait, hang on. Moves from inputted value towards the second value by delta amount. Okay. So moves velocity x to 0 equal to that quickly. What happens if we put a negative value here? If we do negative velocity dot x, does that work out in my favor? Does that do what I want it to do? No, seem like it. Whoops. I guess if it's 0, it doesn't matter. What happens if I put this like half the normal amount? guess technically we can do speed. 5 and 2. Actually, what happens if we whoops. What happens if we do this? What happens if we reverse the do it in the opposite direction? That was weird. Hmm. Hmm. Actually, oops. Oh, I just realized that I had accidentally pushed the wrong button. Yay. I'm gonna open up Hollow Knight real quick. Actually, how does Hollow Knight's wall jump work again? It's been a while since I've actually played Hollow Knight, so I actually don't know. Downloading content? What? Hollow Knight got an update? Since when? What? What did this do? Mantis traders being damageable while underground. Did not know that was a problem. Fixed double advantage to play the correct audio clip. Oh. Okay. Oop, not that one. Back! That's this one. Checking something real quick. Okay, that's what I thought. That's what I thought that was. That's what I thought that was, but I was trying to remember how Hollow Knight did its wall jump. I kind of wanted it to be kind of similar, but maybe we won't be able to get it to be similar. So it's that thing if it applies... I guess what we could do is, while under this, we could also do, if this is called if is underscore on underscore wall at any point. Only because we kind of need that. We need a variable of some kind. Let's just state velocity.x equals direction times negative speed. Let's see if that works out in our favor. No, that does not work out in our favor. Okay. And action and input dot action input dot is action pressed jump. So technically that does what we want, but it doesn't do what we want either. That does do what we want, but it also doesn't do what we want. Technically, it does what we want, but it doesn't do it at the same time. But technically, we can just set this. What's this? Oh, wait. What does this do? What does await do? That does not help me. What does this do? What does await do in Godot? Pause a function's execution until a signal is emitted. Select a similar core after wait. Oh, wait. Like that. Not the same as yield. I mean, you used yield before await is already changed from yield. Don't really know how to use await now. Await get tree.create timer. Timeout is the signal you are waiting for. Okay. Yield? Do we know yield anymore? Oh, I misspelled yield. Oh, I spelled it right. Was removed in Godot. Use await instead. Okay. Wait. Create underscore timer 1 timeout. What does that do? Oh, it crashes the game. Got it. Function create timer end base non-existent function. Probably because there's no timer. No timer function. The await keyword. The await keyword in C# can be used with any awaitable expression. It's commonly used for operations of the types task, task tag, Holes, T is Napolitano. Um. I'm confused. System runtime compiler services. It's completed. Get result. Equivalent of awaiting a signal in Godot script can be achieved with the await keyword and Godot object.toSignal. What signal could we wait for? It doesn't work. What if I just stick this in here? What does this do? They were not declared in the current scope. Got it. That does not work. Yeah. Oh, God. Lots of reading. Yeah, I really don't. I wanted to just await a certain amount of time. Oh, we can just put a variable here? Okay, why don't we just put 3 here? Will this crash? No, it does not. Let's make this 30. Okay, that's not working. It's not doing what I was expecting it to. Invalid numeric notation. Invalid numeric notation. Okay, so it's not C#. It'll take a float. I don't even know what this is. I don't know what a coroutine is. It's a coroutine. Suspended over. How do I do this in frickin'... Okay. so that's not working. Hang on. Await get signal. Now obtain the function state object. This is done to ensure type safety. With this type safety in place, the function cannot state it. Return an int while it actually returns a function. Use recognition of debug channel. Fuck. How do I do this? I kind of just wanted to pause the program and then like just like pause signals. And do that. It's not. Confused. Very confused. So await can be used. Great crit. Oh god. Brain not. Do I really need to make a function to where I wait for something to confirm? With a signal or a call to a function that is also occurred to will immediately return the controller to the caller when the signal's emitted. I just wanted to like trigger an error. Kind of just wanted to like await or redundant await. I just wanted to like wait a specific amount of time. The await can be used to create coroutines, which wait until a signal is emitted before continuing execution. I literally just wanted to like make a timer, await that timer done, and then we're good, but is there a way for me to like create a timer and then just like wait get signal? I know there's a way for me to create signals here. It's just I'm trying to figure out if there's a way for me to like everything's like immediate, so I'm trying to like I was like kind of hoping I could have like a timer. I need a timer signal. And it might be that I might have no I might not be able to do it in the character body itself. I might have to do it somewhere else. Import function for Godot. No importing. Okay, so those are just not in here. Okay. if I add a timer, when a timer reaches the end of its wait time, it will emit timeout signal. So here's the timeout signal. I think this is still going to crash. This is going to still crash as well. It's going to crash when I get on the wall. Ooh. Actually, now that I have a timer... Okay. Okay, it works, but it also doesn't work at the same time. What it does is this stops all physics process. It stops all physics from continuing instead of just stopping inputs. Wait, can I set it to where, like, the input event? No. Placed by node. Tree entered, tree exited, tree exiting. How do I do this? Because this stops. I mean, it does what I need it to, but it doesn't do it right. It doesn't do it correctly, because what I want it to do is create the timer and then wait for just an input but continue everything else. It just freezes all inputs. Freezes all inputs but continues the physics. So putting a timer in the scene actually did fix our problem, but it didn't fix our problem at the same time. This is the weird moment where I'm getting closer to the correct solution, but it's just not the correct solution. Because it literally just keeps us from going up the wall now. Keeps us from going down the wall. Because it stops all momentum. Oh, I just realized that literally we can just stack speed, I think. Oh, that's funny. That's weird. That's weird. I don't know what's causing that. It's a weird bug. No, because technically we're on the wall. We're allowed to jump. Wait, why are we allowed to jump if we're on the wall? Doesn't make no sense. Why are we allowed to jump? Oh, because I didn't specify that a direction needed to be inputted when jumping off of a wall. When I should have. So direction, I should have it set up to where a direction is required. So that just means that I need to do an and parentheses and dot is Action pressed left or input click is action pressed right. So now we can't just jump off the wall. We need a action to be pushed in order to get it done, and the wait. Oh. That's so weird. That's weird. That's weird. Yeah, I'm just realizing that that's really weird. Was not expecting that. Not gonna lie. Let me take this. Let's just comment. Let's comment this out. I wonder if there's a way for me to, like... I think what it is that... What if I multiply this by, like, 2? Oh, that actually gives me a slightly different effect. Maybe it's just a... We need to change the speed? Or speed? Although now we're just jumping. Instead of it being, like, smooth. It's jumping instead of being smooth. I need to multiply this by delta. What if I multiply this by delta? Just curious. Nothing. It's not smooth. Actually doesn't do anything when I multiply it by delta. Okay, good to know. I'm doing some, like, testing here. So when we jump, it just immediately teleports us. This is a teleport. This isn't like a constant, like, movement. It's a teleport. It's literally just an instant teleport instead of, like, a smooth transition. Maybe we need to use this. Somehow. Hang on. What happens if we do this? Where we instead, we want to move towards speed. We want to move towards negative speed. By speed. That does not work how I wanted it to. It also does not allow us to move in the opposite direction off of the wall after we push jump. Immediately. Okay, so I need to double check this. We need to look up symbol. Moves from the specific value to the value by delta. By the amount. So we want to move velocity x to negative x by x. Oh, that may not be working out in our favor. Because we multiply this by, like, more than we want to. Well, I'm not saying the jittery motion, but I am also... Okay, so that's just climbing up the wall. Unintended side effect. Of a direction. Direction not declared in current scope? Oh, I misspelled direction. Same thing. So it's not move towards. I'm very confused. Remember, delta is never using the function underscore process. This is intended prefix underscore delta. I am using delta in various locations, mainly this one, gravity. Like gravity by delta. The delta is technically being used. I'm just confused is all. That's all. Confused on how this is actually going to work. Oh, it just means I can actually move this back down. Let me move this back down here. Let's see here. I'm trying to get this to where it's not jittering, and that's the main issue, is that it jitters back and forth. If I multiply this by like 10, it becomes obvious. When I hold the jump button, it becomes obvious. Actually, I can just change this to as action just pressed, which would fix the jittering problem that we were having. That would fix the jittering problem that we were having. But now it just teleports right to the right-hand side. There's no, like if we do, like... Actually, if I change this to where... can I just comment out of section? Can I do this? Can I comment, like... Here to... Here? Can that work? Here? No. Can I do double quotes? To comment something out? No, it's not double quotes. It's, is it star? Can I do star? Can I do that? No. Can I do double star? How do I comment something out? How do I comment something out in Godot? Opening my dogs. Aha! That's how we do it. Okay, it should be double bracket. It should be, yes. Did that do it? If I do that, and then we go all the way to the end here. Am I using the wrong one? Am I using the wrong? No. Is this the wrong? What the heck? This is shaders. I need actual, like, I need... comment spacing. So I can't comment out part of the... Okay. So Godot script does not allow me to comment part of this out, so we're just going to have to X. And then see if I can... But yeah, so we can jump up the wall, but then it just teleports us. When we do that, it just teleports us. It doesn't do like a smooth transition. It just teleports us like that far. And it's probably because the speed variable... Why don't we just multiply this by delta? How much do we do that? Why don't we multiply that by delta? Interesting. How about we just, I don't know, increase this to 500? Do we get that same issue? Things are faster, but it doesn't look like things are teleporting. Like, the only way that things look like that they're teleporting is when I multiply this by another number. For some reason, when I multiply this by another number, it looks like it's like we're teleporting instead of like the constant movement. What else if I like, I don't know, 1/16 this? Yeah, you can literally see like one frame I'm on the wall, one frame I'm not on the wall. Yeah, you can literally see it happen when I push the input. It just teleports me. It doesn't like do a smooth transition. Oh, does this do the smooth transition? It's not even doing anything, I don't think. I don't see it doing anything. Back to 300. Oh, now it fixed the ad breaks. That was weird. And I just realized I fucked it up again. Ugh. I mean, this works, but it's not working how I want it to. And I have kind of cleaned up the code a little bit. Not as much as I wanted to. No longer need Hmm. What happens if I do this? If not is on wall. And so if I do this if we're not on the wall. Function is on wall. That mean that as soon as we get on the wall, we can no longer move to the right. Yeah. So as soon as we get on the wall, we can't move off the wall. And we still have the same flipping back and forth, so that doesn't really change anything. It doesn't change anything. My question is, what happens if we just set velocity to 0? 0. Because this literally does the same exact freaking thing. Except it probably doesn't allow us to move, if I were to guess. I don't know. I don't know what the move towards does specifically. Because honestly, just setting the velocity.x to 0 works as intended, kind of. I don't know. Things are weird. Maybe I won't add this mechanic until I figure it out. Could just comment this out. Comment this and this out. Because there's no point in having it if I can't get it to work how I want it to. I will state this. The only thing that I'm actually missing is I'm missing, like, a collision detection node or signal. Which is weird, because you would think that it would be in here. It'd be in the collision shape or main, but it's not. Like, I actually have to add a freaking area 2D for a collision. Like, if I add an area 2D, collision object area 2D, I get the body entered, body exited, all this stuff. Why is this stuff not in character body 2D? Character body 2D extends area 2D. No, it does not, actually. It does physics body. Collision body. Yeah, because collision body is inherited by... Oh, it's not. Okay. Question is, can I create a signal? Can I create a signal that does this? Does this? Wait. Interesting. Very interesting. Now, it could be that I'm going to need 2 separate area bodies in order to get this to work. Which is possible, where we have 2 separate areas where we have the normal collision node and then we have a hurt collision node. The only question is, where's this collision node? If I add child node, we need a collision node. collision. Not that. We need collision shape. And the collision shape needs a... We'll just make it the same as that. We'll zoom in. Oh, where is this? Up here. Why is it up there? Get your asses over here. They're actually in the right spot. And it's too big, as expected. Let's shrink this down. Just use the corners. I'm just an idiot. So now, I think because this is in here, we can go back to this. And we can change, and we can add a collision sensor somewhere. Probably in here, where we detect if the sensor goes off. I don't know. Something's weird. Some stuff's weird. We want... Okay, I want this to move us real quick. How do I get this thing to move us again? What was it? Oh, right. We just apply a constant, like 0.5 pixels per second. Are we moving? Should have made it 2 pixels per second. Then I can see if we're actually moving. Yeah, so that looks kind of as intended. So I would actually need to detect the specific type of collision, I think is how I would do it. That's probably the only way I'm going to be able to do it, is if I do a specific type of collision. Now the question is, does this have any... So this is the collision object that's actually hitting. This is the... This one doesn't have... So this one has the mask layer. Oh, is it under visibility? So what we could do is we could change this to a different visibility layer. Change this to a different visibility layer, but then give our enemies another, like an area 2D collision shape that then detects if we collide. I'm gonna have to fix this code because I'm not gonna be able to fix it correctly. Trying to get enemies to actually work intentionally, and I'm trying to just double check on how I would actually do this. I might need to actually set this up where they're not all in the same thing, and I start setting these up in separate scenes instead of setting them all up in the same scene, because that way I can actually start using that the correct way. Yeah, I think we'll do it that way. I'll have to restart this entire project again. Yay. Need to rename these projects to like test and testing and all that other stuff. I think that's it. Maybe I'll do some pixel art next time I go live. Yeah, I think I might do some pixel art the next time I go live. Try to get like my pixel art how I want it to. Need to just figure out my canvas size. Canvas sizes can go range from I think 8 by 8, 16 by 16, 32 by 32, and 64 by 64. I mean, there's 128 by 128 and then 256 by 256, but those are way too big, in my honest opinion. I might try for like a reasonable 32 by 32. We'll see what we can do from there. You might have to go to 64 by 64. I don't know. Based on what I want to do. I'm not certain. Did I set this up? Did I set the tiles up correctly? No, I did not. I did not set them up correctly. Why is everything all blurry? That's my question. I think it might be because of the size of everything. I think it might literally be the size of everything is causing the issue. These things aren't pixel perfect in the screen. Yeah, that's why. These aren't pixel perfect on the screen. Even though it looks pixel perfect, it's not pixel perfect. I'll have to figure out how to get that viewport to work correctly. I think it's a viewport problem. What happens if I add a viewport child node to this? Is it a 2D node? Camera? Where's the camera? Camera. What happens if we just play it now? Okay. Physics? Nope. Drag center. What does this do? Camera only moves when reaching the horizontal left or right drag markers. Okay. It actually works out a little bit better. The only issue is falling, where we tend to fall, where we might end up falling faster. Mainly just means that I would need to put a signal? Like child exiting tree would just teleport the They're like what was I gonna say? Is there like a we have this to like 10 pixels per second. Does that change how this goes? It should. In theory. Should be faster and able to keep up a lot easier. Yeah. Interesting. We could set up margins as well on specific levels. I'm not certain if I want to do like a continuous world kind of situation or if we want to do rooms, because Ori and the Blind Forest does like a continuous world without any like loading screens. But something like Hollow Knight and technically Metroid does does rooms. So could set it up that way. Or rooms are a specific size. It's a weird one. Oh, we can actually lock the camera. Good to know. Need to figure out how to fix that jitter. That's probably just a processing problem that I will need to figure out. I don't know. Okay. Well. I always forget that you can just put the camera on the actually do fine. Let's see here. Shade's playing Helldivers 2. Let's go ahead and raid Shade. Let's see how Shade's doing. Anyway, thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you guys later.